This is my granddaughter Kylie and my grandson Tyler. And I've got a lot more grandchildren. I don't have all their pictures out. I've been a foster mother 23 years.
And you remember the names?
Oh yeah.
You remember all of them?
I remember all my babies.
All 220.
All 221. Now we've had a couple double names, kids with the same names coming in. The one that got us the most was Dwight.
He got a hold of the baby powder. It was summertime. The fan was running in the kid's bedroom. He got a hold of the baby powder and was shaking it in front of the fan. We went in there and looked, and he had a white face with powder on him, two little dark eyes looking up at us.
We went in.
It was so funny.
ኤድስ ከ7 አጠቃላይ ሽፍት ሁለቱም ቦታ ማለት ነው።
So we've known him, ever since he arrived. Did we pick you up from the airport?
Yeah, my parents, yeah.
So the case manager. So he's been with us since then. We talk about resettlement, but really empowering is one of our key goals and that's why we're so happy to see Bemna do so well and be empowered to reach out to all sorts of different opportunities.
Independence is knowing when to ask for help, right? Knowing when. It's a strength to ask for help, right? It's not a weakness.
The people who come to the class are just hungry for information, and they often don't realize that it's available to them, but they just don't know what avenues to go down to find that information.
LSS was founded in 1917. Over the course of those 100 years, we've been involved in so many different types of services. And really, one of the core values of the organization is always to be able to be adaptable and really to kind of meet what are the most pressing needs of the day. And you'll a lot of times find LSS working on the margins, kind of working in some of the areas that are the toughest cases, the toughest programs that others might not want to take on. And that's where you'll find LSS working.
Yeah, busy.
Oh, I know.
I was born in Ethiopia, and my parents, they're originally from Eritrea. They get married in 1980, and then they went to Ethiopia to start their life. In 1998, there was a conflict between Ethiopia and Eritrea. It was a law at that time by Ethiopian government. Every Eritrean should be deported to Eritrea. For my parents, it was very, very hard because they don't have anything in Eritrea. They have nothing, even a penny. So I wanted to go to Ethiopia back again. And I have to go cross the border illegally because I'm not allowed to go out legally from Eritrea. It's very risky, There are border soldiers that are there. They can arrest you. If I'm arrested, it's going to jail or something. So you have a risk. And I cross the border, and they go to the refugee camp, and it's very hard. There is no work, there is no school, you cannot go anywhere, nothing. So I stayed there for 4 years, and I came here. They told us, congratulations, you have group resettlement, United States. Because we didn't believe it. Is that true? We are on a plane, we make transit to Frankfurt, and we arrived to Dallas airport. The next day in the morning, my case manager came, and he was helping me to find rent apartments. He helped me on that, and when I want to go anywhere, he helped me give me a ride.
If you can imagine, really having to start from scratch in a completely different culture, in a completely different place, and everything that it would entail. So LSS staff are really there to help people walk through that whole process. English is one of the first things on the priority list. Once they're kind of oriented and gotten their bearings and been settled a little bit, then it really is focusing on employment.
Okay, so now we are going to the place where I work. It's called Rite Aid Pharmacy. And at first I started as a cashier, a front-end cashier. Currently I'm shift supervisor, and that's where I'm going now. I was very happy when I was told I was eligible to come to the United States, but when he told me that they got me a job, that was the most happiest time for me. I was very happy.
Resources, our churches are rich in resources, and Karen's going to tell us about that. The next class is on self-care for the caregiver, and that's what Support You is all about. How to take care of yourself so that you can be a better caregiver. We began by trying to organize a pilot program of the class. Our group consisted of people who had elderly parents in state and out of state, people who cared for handicapped children, and all of them had a need to know about resources in the area. How to find caregivers, respite, legal assistance, how to pay for care. Those were needs across the board.
One of the big things that we're finding out of the people who go through the Support You curriculum is that the biggest benefit that they get is connecting with other people in the same situation. Like, you know, not feeling isolated and having that sense of, oh, other people are in the same situation, they understand.
Caregivers do not need to be isolated. It's the worst experience for them because they lose their energy, they lose their motivation, they lose their hope and their faith in what their goals are. And we find that in the class, the people support one another. We're kind of the best of both worlds. I think that there will be people who are knowledgeable about the bigger circle of resources, but also the individuals are thinking about the mind, body, spirit aspect of the needs, and there will be a deeper level of caring about the people who need the care and who are going to be providing the care.
We just fell in love with her. The minute I seen her, I wanted her. So like I said, she was promised to another foster mom. And Rosin brought her back to me. And we didn't have any trouble with the other foster mom. Said all she did was cry. But with me, she didn't. And it just something clicked. And we had tons of kids. I just wanted to keep her. So we adopted her. She's just our joy. She always has been.
She always wants me to do her nails in pink.
My mom being a foster mom too, and my sister, I decided it's really something I would really love to do. I got up one morning and picked up the phone book. I took my finger on down like this. I said, God, show me which one. And when I stopped, it was Lutherans. And I called, and within a week, they were out talking to us. And within 2 months, we got 2 foster babies. We were licensed, we got our background checks, everything, and we got our first 2 babies, which is Mandy and Andy, a little boy and a little girl. I've been doing it ever since, and that was in 1990.
I think if you look at the core elements of our long-standing programs, the vulnerability of children really comes through as a place where you'll see a focus in that area. Kids coming into foster care typically they've been victims of abuse and serious neglect. And so foster parents and staff really have to be ready to help kids deal with those deep levels of trauma.
I wish every kid had a good home because children deserve that. And I always say children are a gift from God and we need to treat them as such. And like I said, every child needs a good home. Don't you agree, Daddy?
Absolutely.
We agree.
We agree on something. Give me 5.
We agree.
When we join forces with one another, we are a stronger resource. You will have people on your team that will be praying for you and people that care about you as an individual.
Every refugee in all over the world needs help. Every refugee needs support. And its support comes from LSS. They are changing people's lives. They are helping to start from the beginning.
I think sometimes people are really surprised at the level of in-depth services that we provide at LSS. It's not just kind of a one touch point service. It's really ongoing, in-depth work. It really means something when we say walk with those in need. It's not just words that sound nice. Any human being at any time in our lives goes through a period of time when you need someone to support you through a really, really difficult and challenging time. We're going to be with them during that journey and as they work to get to a different place.